Hey, and welcome back to another video talking about jewellery and some of my favourite jewellery pieces and jewellery brands. If you have seen my last couple of videos, which I will link a playlist up here because I've kind of put them all together into one playlist because it's only lately that I've really started to discuss jewellery and some of my favourite brands and some of my favourite pieces and how I style them and how jewellery can really lend itself to your own personal style. So I've put it all together in a playlist in case you see one video and love it and want to go back and see the rest. I have discussed a couple of different brands in their own videos and kind of shared some of my favorite pieces and things like that. But today I want to do a bit of a comparison. So if you've seen all those videos, you can finally come here and just see what I think of each of them kind of in comparison to each other and which brand is really my favorite brand. So today we're going to discuss price and affordability, which I guess is a huge factor for most people. And to be honest, it's probably one of the most important factors, as much as sustainability and ethics play a huge role in some of the choices we make. If we can't afford to invest in those more sustainable and ethical brands, then we're probably not really going to be able to support them. So price is a huge one. Again, like I mentioned, I'm going to be discussing the kind of ethics and sustainability aspect of each of these brands as well, because luckily they all have pretty good practices, which is great. And then also just like the style and what I think of the pieces like visually and aesthetically and how easy I find them to style. So today we're going to be discussing Mejuri, Linjer and Ana Luisa. And they're the three brands that kind of make up the majority of my jewellery collection, which I house here in this drawer in my IKEA Pax wardrobe. I just have one drawer and it just makes it so easy to select the jewellery I want to wear because I can't even remember. I think I used to store it in like bags and boxes and the kind of the packaging that they come in. But from a glance, I could never see what I had. And I would end up wearing either the same thing all the time or I'd end up wearing no jewellery. Whereas now, if I don't have earrings on and possibly a necklace, I feel a little bit naked. So I love that I can kind of have it all in one place. And that just makes it easy for me to grab it for this video because I haven't really pulled anything out just yet. I am wearing a necklace from Ana Luisa actually that I don't think I showed you in the video where I discussed some of my pieces in my collection. Although I did have a video around Christmas about like kind of last minute gift ideas and things, and that was featuring a few Ana Luisa pieces. So you may have seen this before. But it's just this lovely little red heart, and I feel like it really complements the V-neck of my dress, which is quite low today. So I love just the kind of longer chain as well to highlight that. And then I think also wearing Ana Luisa earrings as well. These really simple hoops that I basically called my like everyday hoop. I can literally sleep in these and they're comfortable. Even today, I was thinking about filming this video later and I was putting them on to go to the gym and I was like, they're even my gym earrings because I feel a little bit naked leaving the house with nothing on my ears because I had my hair scraped back, all a bit bare, no makeup. I just needed a little something to kind of pull it all together. And they're just so simple and they're not over the top or anything. So they're kind of just that everyday piece that you can wear to the gym. So let's talk about earrings first of all, because I feel like that's we're going to kind of start off with a style comparison, like what they look like, what kind of options I have from them, and which one I like the look of more. Luckily, I have most of my pieces here next to me because sometimes I have them like by my bed because I literally just take them off at the very last minute. What other earrings do we have? I have a pair from Mejuri, which are just my everyday hoops. I've said these are my everyday hoops. These are my kind of everyday small hoop, and this would be my everyday big hoop. And I share this in my Mejuri video as well. And they're just such a great chunky hoop, very simple, very versatile, look like great quality. They come with, Mejuri send like a little cleaning cloth as well so you can buff them up because they do get some kind of like marks and things on the insides of the hoops. So they still need a bit of a buffing up. But I just love the simplicity of these, and I kind of across the whole Mejuri range, they've really simple pieces, but really kind of chunky statement pieces, and then they've also got some of the like daintier pieces. So I think if you're really looking for those core pieces for your jewellery collection, Mejuri is a great option. Um, because it's kind of like the capsule wardrobe of pieces. Like everything's just, quite mix and match. There are some more statement pieces. Obviously, you can find some kind of diamonds and pearls and things like that. But in terms of just like gold or gold vermeil, gold plated or gold vermeil, this is a great option. Ana Luisa, much the same as well. Like I have these ones. Let me just take one off to kind of talk about it. They're quite small, but they're just a little bit more fun as well, than just your typical hoop. So Ana Luisa have some really interesting designs as well, and I quite like their pieces because of that. They are a little bit different. Um, yeah. So again, love to wear them, and I wear them all the time. So I know the quality is there. I've been wearing these hoops for maybe 2 years. I've been wearing these gold ones for more like 2 to 3. And the quality is there. They just last really well. Just like I said, have a little cleansing cloth, buff them up every now and again. I actually don't think I have any really simple earrings from Linjer. Linjer is a slightly newer to me brand, which is why I have less pieces from them than I do from, say, Ana Luisa or Mejuri. Um, but going forward, I may end up with more pieces from them as I build my collection further. But the pair I have from them is a pair of really kind of organic gold, vermeil, and pearl, kind of like a drop earring. So they're really pretty, and I do close-ups of everything so you can see them because this lens I can't really hold. I'm quite far away from the camera. I can't just hold things up to you this time. But yeah, they're really beautiful, really stunning pieces. This would kind of be more of a piece that I would use to dress up an outfit. So if I was wearing something really basic, I might use this little kind of drop pearl to dress it up. I may even wear these hoops. Like if I was a bride, I would wear these hoops. Um, if I was ever to be a bride again. Yeah, I might even wear them to my sister's wedding next month. They're just really dressy, and I think with a really simple like slip dress or something, they would just be gorgeous. So I think these are really, really beautiful piece as well. Um, Very elegant, yeah, very classy, very contemporary as well. At the same time, they're kind of like, because they're quite organic, they look a little bit more of a modern take on a pearl drop earring. I also have some quite modern and cool pearls from Mejuri. I have these hoops, which are really fun because, again, these are kind of like a dressing up earring for me. Again, if I'm wearing something really simple like a tank and jeans and a blazer, I'll throw on a hoop just to dress them up. But it's a pearl hoop, so it's like my nighttime hoop, and slightly bigger as well than my typical gold hoop. The other day, I was going from work out to some leaving drinks, and all I did was change I had like my little gold vermeil kind of little stud, kind of looks like a little coffee bean stud from Mejuri. I took those out and I put these in, and that was literally all I did. Touched up my lipstick, but I felt like I had kind of gone from day to night. So yeah, this is a really interesting piece as well. And I know I said that Mejuri was more about those kind of capsule pieces, but there are some really nice pieces like this as well that you can kind of add for something a little bit different. And my dressy earring from Ana Luisa is a bit more fun, actually, a bit more like party vibes. This is a kind of diamante, what would you call those? Diamante, kind of like stringy earrings. That is not what I would call them. Like a really nice drop, kind of fringed earring as well. Really, really pretty. And I think these are probably the dressiest of the three, I would say. I just love, I feel like a diamante or diamond or whatever it is just a really classy, chic way to kind of dress up the most simple outfit. So as you can see, in terms of like design and everything, they're all really beautiful. I feel like they all have really great options. It will just depend on what it is exactly that you're looking for in that moment. So, like I said, I kind of love all of these brands almost equally in kind of the looks department because they all have so much to offer. Let me think what else. We have rings. I don't think I have rings from Linjer or or Ana Luisa actually. I just have one little ring from Mejuri, which is this tiny little pinky ring, which I love. I showed you this in the video, which I'll link up here as well. If you need to see any of these even more up close, I'll link those videos too, so you can check those out. But yeah, this is really sweet. Yeah, where are my rings from? A lot of my rings, to be honest, are from Andrew, who used to always bring me back rings when he went traveling. So when he went to like Nepal or India, he would bring me back these really beautiful sterling silver rings with like colored gemstones in them. I also have two from that were Andrew's Nana, so they're really nice and beautiful. I have a Claddagh ring, also from Andrew, but that one's from Ireland, of course. Okay, these pieces I forgot I had because they aren't actually in my drawer. They were up near my bed, but I actually do have two rings from Linjer. And the first one is this like moonstone ring. It's kind of just like three little moons. I love it. It's so dainty and pretty, but really easy to wear as well. It's great for day to day. And then I have a little topaz kind of jewel one as well. And I quite like these because they're a lot more delicate and dainty than the rest of my rings that I have. So I feel like this just kind of adds that little bit of like femininity to my outfits and things like that. So yeah, I think some of the pieces I had from Linjer are way more kind of delicate and beautiful, and it could be just the pieces that I've picked from them, obviously, but I just feel like they're just a really beautiful brand. Necklaces, I know I have a selection of each of these brands. So let's start with Ana Luisa. This one I love. I had wanted this for a few years actually, and only got it recently. It's just like this long, can't really see it on my skin, but like a horn, I guess. Very boho. I love the length of it. I love that it, if I was wearing this, it'd be kind of here on me. Yeah, just love it for like layering up different necklaces. The quality's lovely as well. I've only worn it a couple of times so far, to be honest. But it feels like really, really nice quality. This one as well, it's just like a little disc necklace. I think this is the one that came with that as well in a set. It's just like a little gold disc with one tiny little diamante in it. And it's just really sweet to wear on its own for something really simple. If you're wearing maybe more of a statement earring and you want to wear just a little delicate necklace, this is nice. Kind of an everyday necklace, or you can layer it up with some of your bigger ones. Likewise with Mejuri, I have quite a similar one actually, but it just has a few more diamante pieces in it because it's a star sign disc. So yeah, really nice. At the minute I just have it on one of those magnet things so I can just put it on really easily, but the magnet itself is not very good quality. It's kind of going a bit black. But yeah, another really lovely necklace, another really kind of everyday piece, one to kind of just pair with, you know, any outfit you like, great for layering up. And then one of my favorite pieces from Mejuri, and I don't know why I'm showing you all these again, if you have seen my other videos, but this is kind of my favorite necklace, is this one. It's just like the thinnest necklace ever. It's like a delicate little gold thread around your neck, but it's just that piece when you want something there, but you kind of want nothing. It's almost like a little highlight for your neck, but you are wearing a chain, but you just can't really tell. So yeah, that's really beautiful. In terms of ethics and sustainability, I'm going to quickly just run through some of the points from each of the brands and then kind of give a bit of an overview of like a comparison, because there's so much information on all of their websites, which is great. It's great to be able to find that info quite quickly. And I just kind of have it written down in my notes, but I don't have it in like a table to compare them or anything. So starting with Mejuri, they've mentioned that they have fair labor practices, and a transparent supply chain, which is really important because you can say you have all these different things in place, but if you aren't transparent about your supply chain, then it's kind of hard to believe. Also discovered on their website that any returned or defective products, or returned, obviously products that are returned because they're defective or in the manufacturing process, they recycle these, which is great that they don't just throw them in the bin. And they also use a lot of recycled gold and silver as well in their production. So a lot of their pieces will be made up of recycled materials. And they said as well that this is what helps them to reduce their carbon footprint, or this is one of the things. And they also use conflict-free diamonds. They also support charitable organizations. So they have their own Mejuri Empowerment Fund, which they had some figure on their website of how much they've raised so far. So that's really good to see that they are supporting, you know, healthy practices, healthy supply chains, thinking about the environment as well. And their packaging, I forgot to write it down. I'm pretty sure their packaging is plastic free. They usually come in either like a little fabric pouch, or they might come in one of the Mejuri kind of white boxes, but all of it's just kind of cardboard as well. So that's good. For Linjer, which if you haven't heard about them before as well, you may not know their sustainability practices. So they also use conflict-free diamonds. They offset their carbon emissions. Their pieces are designed for longevity, which is really important because I think ultimately that is how we make things. So even if they're not sustainable, it's how you make them sustainable. It's just by buying things you love, that are really good quality, that you're going to want to wear for years, and that you're going to be able to wear for years because the quality is there to support that. They use recycled gold and silver where possible. They say where possible, but I feel like as I was going to their website, there was a lot of different pieces that mentioned they were recycled. And they also have recycled packaging and FSC certified packaging. So I think the boxes and everything are recycled, and then the cards within them are printed on FSC recycled paper. So the jewellery also comes in like a little cloth pouch as well, and they're reusable. So they're kind of handy to use when you're like traveling and things like that. And then Ana Luisa as well have vetted factories and a transparent supply chain. They have carbon and water neutral operations. Their pieces also come with a 2-year warranty, which I guess kind of lends to that designed for longevity idea. They also had really good statistics on their website, which was quite easy to find. In 2022, 75.5% of their products were made from recycled materials, and 73.2% were made responsibly. So that's really good to see those statistics. Their packaging wise, their mailer bag is an eco mailer bag. The pieces come in a cotton pouch, which is also reusable as well. I quite often use mine when I'm traveling and things like that. 100% recycled cardboard box as well. It's so important that brands don't just do like just plastic free or just like cardboard boxes, but that the cardboard they use is already recycled. I think that's a great thing to see. So as you can see, each of these 3 brands, they do have quite a good amount of ethical and sustainable practices in place. But as always, before you shop, do your own research as well, because I was just kind of looking for some comparisons between the 3. But if there's anything in particular that you like to look out for, make sure you head to their website and do your research. I'll link all 3 websites below as well. In terms of a price comparison, I think in my head I had it that Mejuri might have been the most expensive one. So I just went and I found just one really basic piece on their website just to see how much it would cost over the 3 different sites. So I found just a really simple kind of thin gold vermeil hoop. And with Mejuri, it was £68. At Linjer, it was £38. And I couldn't find any gold vermeil on Ana Luisa. So this one was a 14 karat gold plated on silver, and this was £83. So in comparison here, it seems like Ana Luisa is slightly more expensive. But again, it's very hard to compare when it's not the exact same item, because obviously the quality is different. This one's 14 karat gold plated versus the other 2 are gold vermeil. But I definitely see there are places where some of them are a lot more affordable than others, or just that their kind of price points are maybe broader. So with Linjer, for example, a lot of their pieces are kind of like 30, £40. Their pieces do go, more expensive as well because they have those solid gold pieces too. So there's just a broader range of items. So it's just worth checking out as well, depending on your own budget, what you're looking for, check them out and do your comparisons. I guess with Linjer, their whole ethos is they sell directly to the customer so that they can offer the higher quality pieces at that more affordable rate. So you may be getting the slightly better quality at those slightly lower price points as well with them. And their aim is to sell pieces at a quarter or a third of a typical cost. But I think in terms of quality, they all seem worth it. All the pieces I have lasted really well. I don't think I have any items that have, tarnished beyond, wearing them or anything like that. So I would recommend all of these pieces and all of these brands to you guys. Like I said, just do your research, see what it is exactly that you're looking for. And I hope you enjoyed this little comparison. Maybe if you haven't heard of some of these brands before, or you just didn't want to have to do the research yourself, maybe this is helpful for you. If you are wondering how you can use jewellery to support your capsule wardrobe or to kind of support your personal style, I will link that video on the screen here where I discussed how I use jewellery and different styles of jewellery to kind of, when I want to be a bit more feminine or a bit more edgy, a bit more boho, what kind of pieces I choose. So check that out if you are interested. Don't forget to check the subscription box as well, because any discount codes I have for these brands, I will pop them down there. Talk to you all really soon in my next one.